everyone, it's Bob McCraney and welcome back to This Month in Realty. I'm so happy to have back Heather Witte. Heather is with the Witte Group, eXp Realty, serves the Georgetown and Austin areas of Texas. So Heather, bring us up to date. Tell us about the market down there.
Hey, Bob, great to be back. So the market in the Austin area is probably much like the rest of the United States. It's absolutely bonkers. I mean, we have it's literally beyond anything I've seen in 14 years in this industry. Even after the mortgage crisis, when the market, recovered and things were going up, this is nothing. I mean, it is going up in such a way that I just don't know where the limit is or if there is a limit. And so I can share my screen with you.
I love that you always come prepared.
Always. So basically what we're looking at is just February statistics. I haven't for some reason been able to gather March's yet. But you'll see that our median sales price has gone up year over year by 25%. Closed sales are down. Average days on market are down. Look at the number of new listings, down by 28%. Wow. Okay. Active listings down by 64%. I mean, pending sales are down, but total dollar volume sold is up by 26%. Right. So that means housing prices are going up, and I'll show you in just a sec.
So in this slide, it's interesting because obviously Texas went through Snowmageddon.
We did.
Turn off February's numbers for new listings, but it'll be interesting to see what March's slide looks like.
Yes, yes. And I was really hoping that data would be available for our talk today, but it wasn't. And we're still down in the sub 1 month of inventory, which again means that if no new listings came on the market between now and the time that every home sold, it would only take half a month to get every house on the market sold. Okay. So, very strong sellers market still. As you can see, the number of active listings, though, we're just early in April, and it's already up above what it was for the whole month of March. So sellers are getting wise to the fact that it's a good time to sell, and we're seeing more homes hit the market. Will that trend continue? We'll see. We're not really sure, but I have a feeling we probably are going to see more homes hitting the market as the months continue in this year. Oddly enough, though, we're still seeing around 2,000 expired listings every month. And here's the interesting part. For April right now, and again, we're early in the month, we've already seen over 2,000. Expired listings, meaning that agent could not get the home sold for whatever reason. So what does that mean? Your choice in realtor really does matter. We're not all the same. This is where it's really shocking. This is the close price to original list price ratio, okay? Meaning, look at all this. This is below 100%, meaning you list your home at $300,000 and it's sold for less, right? All through July to December, we're right around 100%. You list for 300, it's sold for around 300. Look what happened at the beginning of this year.
Right.
So
just exponentially increasing.
It is just increasing. And again, who knows where it's going to stop. It's really phenomenal what's happening right now. Just unprecedented.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah. And again, historically low interest rates, they creeped up just a little bit, but they're still hovering right above 3%. So
right now interest rates being in the threes are outstanding.
It is really outstanding. So you still, even with increasing prices, you can still get a very reasonable mortgage. So really excited about that.
Good job. Good job. So tell me about buyer fatigue.
Yes. So that's an interesting phenomenon that we're seeing. So again, you saw how those numbers just skyrocketed on the sales price to original list price ratio, right? Well, so just to give you an example, last month, I had a listing that went under contract within 20 hours on the market. We had over 40 offers on that property, 40. Wow. Okay. 38 of those were from people out of state looking to invest in the Austin area market. Okay. So we only had 2 local offers on that property, listed at $389, closed at $505. Wow. That's insane. There's nothing supporting that price in that neighborhood.
Interesting.
But it was just that was the market. So now here we are, not even a full month later, and similar, size and style of home, a little bit different location, but we're seeing, we've been on the market now for 3 days. This is data, and we have, much fewer offers. We're not in the 40 offer range. And so there's a combination. One, I think a lot of those people that had all that money that were coming from out of state, they've kind of exhausted. We've run out of those people a little bit. I mean, we still have people moving here from out of state, but they might not be moving here or buying here for investment purposes. And then, the local buyers have just gotten beat up by all of the multiple offers, and they're just getting tired. So we call it buyer fatigue, where they're just kind of pulling back. They're not as willing to jump in on a multiple offer situation, or they're just deciding, you know what, I'm just not moving right now. I'm going to wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
Which is not necessarily the best course of action if the prices continue to go up.
Okay. And interest rates are not guaranteed to stay down. So there's that.
No.
So the next question I would have for you is, what do you think is going to happen when forbearance finally comes to an end?
Right. Now we're assuming it's actually going to end at some point. They keep seeming to extend it out, and more and more and more. That's an interesting question. I think it really depends on what area of the country you're in. Here in the Austin area, I'm not really sure that we're going to see a whole lot in the way of foreclosures happening, because so many people have just built a ton of equity in their homes, and it just wouldn't make sense to let the bank have that equity. If you can't for some reason make your payments after forbearance ends, sell your house, because you're still getting a bunch of money, bunch of equity out of your home, right? So if you can't make the payments, talk to me, I'll help you sell it and you can keep that money. The other thing that we're seeing is that a lot of people who applied for forbearance continued to make their payments even though they had the option not to. They applied more as a safety net in case something happened and they needed that give time, that leeway to catch up. But the majority of people, especially around here, seem to have been making their payments this entire time. So we don't really expect, at least in our area, to see a ton of foreclosures hit the market. And the sheer number of homes it would take to hit the market all at the same time to bring our inventory up to a level where it would really make a huge difference, it would have to be considerable. So I don't know that we're going to see, a huge glut of inventory, if you will, at that time.
Right. Okay. So Heather, how would somebody contact you?
I'm glad you asked. Of course, I have to show off my puppy dogs with my information there, so people can give me a call. I know, all the puppies, lovely puppies. You can give me a call at 512-994-4663. That's the best way to reach me.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Will you come back next month?
Of course I will.
Okay. This has been This Month in Realty with Bob McCraney. Come back next month to hear more from Heather and other real estate experts around the United States and Canada. Take care.
Thanks, Bob.